Good morning, welcome back. I'm getting back into it again. We had a big storm last night. More rain, more wind, more damage, more branches down. I've got a bit of work to do up the top, bit of work to do down the bottom. I'm going to see if I can rescue this little azalea. It looks like he's gone. Just going to see if we can rescue him. He's still flexible, but he was attacked by the wallabies. Seems to be a regular occurrence here. I might be on top of that problem now. So let's alright. One down, he comes in the rescue garden. Right there. Oh, what I'm going to do this winter, it is autumn still, but this winter I'm going to try to grow greenhouse tomatoes. Right, buddy. I'm not going to be generous here. I'm just going to do one, and we're just going to see how we go. Okay, perfect. Just here. Yeah, so definitely want to be more self-sufficient this year. The prices of groceries are all going up, the prices of fuel's going up, transport costs are going up, so this is like 2.0 of 2020, I'd reckon. It's got that feel about it. The government hasn't put their tax back on, but anyway, that's not the story. Alright, so I'll give them a light misting of water with my sprayer, and they'll be going in the greenhouse. We've got some capsicums in here. These down here aren't looking too crash hot. They're capsicums. I'll put them here, and we'll see how they go over the coming weeks. Got some capsicums, some more capsicums. These ones have shot up very nicely. I think these are. I think they are tomatoes. Or are they? No, they're the capsicums again. Capsicums. I went crazy with capsicums. We do use a lot. Let's continue on. Here we go. We got the beans coming up. Some peas, some beans. They're going well. Potatoes obviously haven't. Actually, here's one of my garlic. That's got garlic in the small pots. Peas and beans. Some beans and peas, and the rescue daisies. That's a cutting. There's a couple of cuttings in there, and this one seems to be comfortably coming back. Let's just check out this cutting. Oh. It's getting a couple of roots down the end. Will it survive? I hope so. Alright, we'll leave that there. Everything is nice and wet after that big storm we had. last night, plenty of rain, and I've been just taking a few minutes off, sitting down with a little drink. But this is what we've managed to get done, the weeding. It's looking pretty good. This one's coming back to life. Over here we've been trying to grow this rose for nearly 2 years. Keeps getting eaten by the wallabies. But she's starting to, it's a climbing rose. I want to fill this up hopefully this year, this summer. Here's Charlie. What are you doing, Charles? And the Agapanthus coming back to seed. Let them fall. Greenhouse. I do like this one. Just from the top side. I've got these azaleas up here that were all destroyed. There was 4. Looks like there's 3 or 2. This one still's got some life in it, so I might do a little bit of a rescue here. Okay, so this lovely little spot here is where let me just step back from the edge a bit. I've got to get rid of these vines. This is Alfred the cat's lovely resting place. He gets a view of the water. Under the jacaranda tree. Yeah, he's a lovely cat. Lasted a long time. Alright, here we've got azalea. We were trying to grow an azalea hedge, but they all got eaten and killed off by the wallabies. I'm going to turn this now into a garden. We'll see what we do. We might plant Mr. Reliable's African daisies. They grow thick and strong, and they have colour all year round. Yes, and just looking here, see, this is the 80-year-old leftover fence. Here is the tin fence that they built probably in the 50s or 60s. But here's one I fixed before. See, the new fence comes to here and stops, and the tin fence is just down there somewhere. So we've got to connect the tin fence to the timber fence. We might try that next week. That might be my project for next weekend. And then once, look at that, fits like a glove. Once I get rid of that, this is the old tin that was on the fence that I replaced further down the yard before. Don't know whether to use that on gardening beds, but I was told because they're so old, the paint that's on there is probably lead based, so best not to put in a garden bed. So, and these vines, man, I've got to get rid of them. I've still got to burn off this wood. I've got to restack the wood pile. But once this finishes, this little fence here, then the shed gets built right here where I'm standing. So from the fence to about where I am. a nice little shed to put the old Victor and the whippersnipper and a few other tools. And then we're cooking with gas. We move that to where it should be. We can cut our firewood. We're going to put chickens just in there. If we can't grow vegetables, we're going to grow eggs and meat birds probably. But yeah, that's where we're at. So it's been a productive day, really, considering all this has been cleaned up, all weeded. It hasn't been weeded for a long time, and everything's looking pretty much hunky-dory. Back over here to my wonderful compost bin. Oh, there's a bit of activity in there. There's a few grass clippings, but underneath that there's loads of... Oh, Jesus, nice and warm. Oh, it's really warm. I'll just let it break down. Wow, didn't think it'd be that warm. In here, yeah, this is the next start up on the compost. On the garden waste, I just started chucking that there. I was thinking building a third compost pile that's going to be close and handy to this garden, so that's the thoughts there. Retaining wall, dig that dirt back to that. Back to the old, look at that old sleeper. So just move that back an extra metre and put a wall in. Go up, I can dig that level. And that is the old garden bed. I put a lot of work into that. I put sheep manure, I put all sorts of wood chips. Let it break down for about 6 months. I put cow manure, all sorts of stuff there. Then we planted, everything was growing great. And then it was an attack of the wallabies. Attack of the wallabies, yes. Bear with me, stick around. If you want to see an old man do little projects, you're on the right channel. An old man do projects that he's not too sure what he's doing, you're on the right channel. It's outback Tasmania is where you're at. We're out the back. And we're looking down there at the boat ramp. There's the world famous wood chips at Burnie, Emu Bay. So yeah, relatively successful day. Might do a little afternoon burn off with a bit of these sticks. Charlie's got a clean yard, and we've done a bit of work down the bottom, so everything. Yeah, next we're going to attack one level at a time, so we're going to be working up to here. You'll see us here, and maybe a couple other under the behind the door videos. If you know what that is, you know what that is. Alright, until I'll see you on the next video. Ciao. Got a magic, baby, ain't no place gives me that thrill. 'Cause we love Tasmania, and that's why we live here. Yeah, we love Tasmania. Got the blues, but we don't care. From the mountains to the ocean, this island keeps us near. Hear that cold wind blowing through the tall gum trees. Oh, that cold wind's blowing, singing low and free. But the peace out in that silence